I find myself in a room filled with darkness. I yearn for light. I stumble around in the darkness, all the while crying for light. Suddenly, I step over something. I bend down and pick up two things: a small candle and a box of matches. The candle is only a little bigger than my palm, the matchsticks even smaller. I look around at the darkness that fills the room, and compared to the huge darkness that seemingly engulfs me, the candle in my hand looks pretty tiny. Let me pause and ask you this question. What would you do if you were in a dark room with a candle in your hand and a matchbox in your pocket? Would you complain? Would you complain that for the size of the darkness that has engulfed the room, and after all the intense yearning for light, all you were presented with was this tiny candle? I know what I would do in this analogy. I heave a sigh of relief, light the candle, and murmur silent words of gratitude. Gratitude. What a wonderful word. Gratefulness is an emotion that fills us when we express appreciation for what we have. Sometimes in life, we seem to be engulfed by things we would normally run away from. Unwanted situations, undesirable relationships, and unending struggles for want of something or somebody. These problems seem huge, filling every moment of the day, every thought of the wakeful mind, filling us with stress, confusion, and guilt. But I believe the solution to these big problems is almost always very small and right under our feet. We only need to believe. In this case, the immense darkness that was all around me was not blown away in a second by the tiny flame of candle in my hand, but I focused on the flame. The darkness was still there, but I had light for my next step, and I was grateful. How many times in a day do you enter a state of mind that is grateful? When you sit down at a meal, for instance, are you grateful that you have food on your plate? Or do you complain that you do not have a magnificent buffet in front of you? When you return to your home after a long day at work or school, are you grateful that you have a roof over your head? Or do you complain that you do not have the palatial home that your friend has? Studies in gratitude have found that it is an important factor in one's well-being. Being grateful for every small thing that blesses my day has only presented me with more things to be grateful for. It has helped me with increased levels of happiness, self-esteem, and well-being, increased levels of energy, optimism, compassion, and tolerance. Try a gratitude session once or twice a week. Sit down, close your eyes, and think of the little things in silence that bring a natural smile to your face. And say thanks. I do this often. It is very humbling. It is very liberating. So wouldn't it be nice to call someone just to say thanks? Write to someone just to say thanks? Or pay a visit to someone just to say thanks? And remember, it's not just words that convey gratitude. Any expression of sincere appreciation is what matters. A warm handshake, a pat on the back, a squeeze on the arm, a gentle embrace.